Getting your screen right begins with getting the right measurements. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to do just that. Measurements are normally stated width, then height, to the nearest eighth inch. So get your tape measure and something to write with. You'll need both. Start by measuring your window's width, left to right. Measure near the corners to avoid any variances in the metal. Place your tape measure in the top left side of the screen opening. Measure to the right side, then subtract about 1/8 of an inch. Next, measure the screen's height. Check for a channel at the top, under the window sash, where the screen will slip into. Next, check for a similar lip at the bottom. This is what will hold the bottom of the screen in place. Place the end of your measuring tape behind the lip at the bottom and measure up to the screen channel on the window sash and add 1/8 of an inch. Be sure to note any type of mounting hardware needed, such as tension springs. For bug screens on standard windows, that's it. But if you're measuring other kinds of windows or measuring for solar screens, remember these important tips. For solar screens with windows that have a full screen channel, place the end of your measuring tape behind the lip at the bottom and measure up to the screen channel at the very top of the window. Add 1/8 of an inch. Measure the width the same as you do for the bug screen, measuring the screen channel left to right and subtracting 1/8 of an inch. Again, be sure to note what type of mounting hardware you need. If you want the optional cross brace or colonial grid pattern, measure from the outside edge of your screen to the center of the mullion. For horizontal slider windows, look for a U-shaped channel, deeper on one side than the other. The shallow side is the lip. Measure this channel using the same steps as I showed you earlier. Remember though, to subtract about 1/8 of an inch from your measurements to allow room to insert and remove your screen. For solar screens screwed to window frames, start by making sure there's room for putting screws into the frame without hitting glass. Use the same width and height measurement technique, but measure to the outside edges of the window frame instead. Remember to subtract 1/8 inch to allow for clearance. Finally, if you're using brick clips, measure brick to brick on both sides, but subtract 1 inch from width and height. When measured properly, inserting and removing your screens will be a snap. Just be sure to get the right measurements now so you can enjoy the right screens for years to come. If you have any questions about measuring, contact your dealer for help.